Hi everyone, I'm Shrisha. In this Java Spring Boot project, right? So we are building. We'll try to understand the event-driven concept project. Okay. So what we'll do is event is any event, for example, any data or any event which is received by the application. Okay. Event can be like from graphical user interface, or any mouse click, keyboard press, or any data received through electronic sensors or weather thing, anything. Even any request is also like an event. Okay, what we'll do in this application is we'll create one http request. Okay, that will be an event source, and we'll create four event listeners. Okay, so event like an event is created by user or any sensor or chemical reaction, biology, any reactions. Okay, and those events, those particular events will be listened by the event listeners which we have created. For example, 1 2 3 4, which I have created here. Okay, what we'll do with these listeners is, for example, what event listener one, which will listen to this http api request, this user request, it will just print it on the console. Okay, and the event listener 2 we have, right? So this event listener 2 will create a file in our specific location, and it will log the messages to that particular file. That's all. And we'll create one cron job or like a timer, like for example every 2 seconds or 3 seconds, for a specified time, it itself will go to this particular rock file. It will read the newer data, and all the newer data, older data are not printed, because we will have implement the pointer. So newer data will be sent to this ssc streams. Okay, server side at emitter. Okay, seed, that's a unidirectional data streaming thing. Okay, and that ssc will give the data to an API. HTTP sits on HTTP, which can be used by a user. Okay. On the other side, the two more event listeners will be there, right? So one event listener will be a generic one that will listen to all the CPU, all the applications event thing, and print it on the console. And we will also see the demo how we can implement multiple event. And one event listening to multiple event. Okay, one listener listening to multiple events. Okay, that's what the plan is. This is the Java Spring Boot application. Okay, since we are using timer, we have to enable this scheduling. Okay, we'll just run the application. Yeah, before running, uh, yeah, we have this one. I'll just delete this one. Okay, we don't have any text files here in this particular path which I'm set. Okay, I'll just run this application. Okay, like this. Mhm. Okay, yeah, application has been as run. Okay, yeah, these are all the generic event listener we will see. What we'll do is, we will trigger an event. Okay, this is the okay, how we are triggering event, right? I have created one controller, okay, by this chart name, and send is the post mapping. Okay, which takes these things. We'll just trigger this one. Okay, I'll just trigger. Yeah, triggered. Okay, one event have been triggered. If I go to this one and refresh it, one message has been come. Okay, and I'll go here, refresh it. Okay, this is just connected to ssc stream. It comes here. Okay, okay, this is ssc stream, and note this is always running. Okay, I'll trigger that. Okay, this is just, welcome message. I'll just trigger this event again. Okay, I triggered, and we see one event. Okay, event report. Report is the name of the event, and this is the data. Okay, we received this one because Rama and Namaste we are giving here, right? Rama and Namaste. Okay, if I trigger once again, see again it came here. Okay, so for every 3 seconds it will trigger. We will see how. Okay, this is ssc. Okay, note that this is always running. This is not just stop. This is live streaming, always running. We can see here, observe here. Okay, this is ssc live streaming. Okay, this is what the live streaming is. And if I click here again, here it should come again. Maybe for 3 seconds it will come. So if I go here, right, if I open this, yeah, here we have all the data stored from this one. Okay, this is the output. And yeah, on the console, right, we can see here so many events are published. Okay, for example, see, this is a generic event listener, and this is in ssc controller, which I told, and this is the name of the event report. Okay, and this is another event, printing notification namaste. This is printing from the event itself. I will show how. And this is the generic event. Okay, first we'll start with generic event. Okay, we'll just see because this is repeating many times. So generic event is again a bean class. Okay, which is implementing this application listener. This is from Spring Boot itself. Okay, to be implemented for application listeners. Okay, this takes application event. We can use Kafka or RabbitMQ like that. So this Spring is also similar to that only. Okay, what happens is this is an application event. This is a generic class. So whatever the events, like I told, right, any event, like any movements, any things which is observed by the application will be printed here. Okay, anything like application started is an event, so that will be printed here. And yeah, all those things, general events will be printed here. Okay, and this is multi-event listener. Okay, if you want to listen multiple events, so this is how we used. Okay, we have been class and we use this event listener annotation, and here we can specify what are all the events we want in Java. What we gonna do is like, this is if this is a class, this class name will become the event name. Okay, this class name will become the event name, and we can specify whatever the event it's this particular function has to listen to. Okay, like this it we will mention. Okay, for example, we have here mentioned two types of events, right? So this takes one super class, like object is a generic class, super class of all thing. Okay, so if this event which the Spring will check. Okay, whenever any movements happens in the application, the Spring internally checks which method is mapped to which type of event. Okay, so it will internally check which event is mapped to which event, which listener, which method listener. Okay, it will map it. And if that is the instance, if any movement, received movement is instance of this one, then this particular function line of code will be executed. So this is how it works. Okay, Spring internally points the all collects all the movements and maps it to the event listener, which is annotated. If it finds appropriate, it will just trigger that particular thing. Okay, coming to our thing. So here I have put this one, right? This is the URL. And yeah, this is the application publisher. Okay, this is constructor injection. So this is used to publish the event. Okay, see here, I'm not calling any service classes from this controller. Okay, I'm just publishing the event, like it's publishing the newspaper. Whosoever wants may take that particular newspaper. It's like the topic. It's a topic. Okay, so what happens is I have publishing the event which is of the type message send events, and this is extending application event. Okay, this class which I have created is extending application event, which takes this object source and what are other parameters. Okay, yeah, this is how we define an event. And this publishes the event of the type message send event. That's it, and we are just returning this. Okay, in the chat listener method. Okay, yeah, this is also been. So here we are annotating two methods. Okay, two methods we have defined, and each is annotated with event listener at the right event listener. Okay, the what happens is here we are listening to only one event, right? So we can just mention that in the parameter, or a parameter. Okay, what happens if I go here again, this class, right? So this particular save message will listen to this particular event of the name message sent event. Class name will become the event name. In case of Kafka and all, we can give particular event, right? So we are using Spring itself. We are not using Kafka here. We are using Spring itself, Spring internal event itself. So class name will become the event name, right? So what happens in this push print notification? As soon as I print it, right? As soon as I hit this one, it will just print it, saving message and printing and everything. It will just print it here, nothing else. Okay, um, yeah, we can search this one if you want. So yeah, namaste. So it will just print it here, nothing else. Okay, but this event listener is there, right? So what this will do, this will create one file in that particular path which I showed you. Okay, and using the file writer, I'll just write that particular what I'll just get everything. Okay, get from these methods. Okay, these methods. Okay, just print everything to that particular thing. And system line separator is to separate the line. Yeah, I'll just print it everything. Okay, so what happened, this part of the work is done. Okay, now we'll go to schedule thing. Okay, we have created one class. Okay, report scheduler. Yeah, async. Yeah, Here we have created one scheduled class, okay, and we are using this at the rate scheduled, okay. What happens this one is, if you want to create one timer so that one particular function has to be automatically triggered for after some time, or every midnight one particular function has to be triggered provided all the servers and application are running, okay. In that case we can use that the rate scheduled, okay. Yeah, this is used to create cron job as well. So 300, like 300 milliseconds, so it will, this particular method will be called for every 3 seconds, okay. I'm just like reading that particular file, okay, just reading that particular file and using this random access file, okay. What this random access file is, we can use file reader as well, but random access file has some cursor or like a pointer, okay. Say for example you have read the book till line 12, 12th line, so we can set that cursor to line 12th, and for the from the second run it can read from the 13th line, from the next line. So older data will not be printed, only newer data are printed. So for that we are using this random access file, okay. And whenever I see first time the random access file, I'm just setting this one, okay. Sets the file pointer offset. I'll just set for the file pointer from where I read, okay. And then this is the line, and this particular function is there, right? So this will read, this RAF means this one will read line, okay, will read next line from that particular file and give it to the line. And after that one I'm just setting that this line to latest message which I have set here, okay. Yeah, latest message. And after setting I'm publishing this event of the type report line, and line is this one. So report event which will take this is the data string report, this is the data, okay. And data I'm setting here, and report event is of this one, okay. This is the event name or the class name, and this publish event will publish that particular event, okay. This is how it happens. After this publish of event with this data, someone should listen to this event, right? So we'll go to this SSA emitter, okay. SSA emitter, we have this is like a REST controller. This SSA emitter is like a unidirectional, it will go from server to client, like live streaming thing, okay. This is unidirectional. What happens is, like, we'll just initialize everything, and we will give the value of get mapping as stream reports. So for example, if you go here, right, stream reports, this is one, okay. Yeah, this is the stream reports, and we are giving media type as text only, yeah, for now. And what happens is, this is the SSC meter, okay. This is an SSC meter which I told, and this will be the lifespan like that, okay. And yeah, on completion, like if you have set the timeout and all, it will automatically close it. This is for that. And emitter dot send, this is used to send the event, okay. We got this connected to SSC stream here, right, this one. This is coming from this one, just as a welcome message. So here we have put a event listener again, right? So this event listener will listen the event named this report event, okay. This report event was again you used to publish from that scheduler, report scheduler, this one, with this data, right? So that is what it happened. So this SSC is listening to this particular event, report event, and this is calling this particular function. And yeah, this function will emitter. So this is how we used to emit, okay. Emitter dot send SSC emitter, this is an event of the name report, and data will be the remote, okay. Emitter is SSC emitter, okay. This emitter will send an event, okay, of the name report, this report, okay. Event name is report, okay. And the data whichever it has to show is from coming from this one report. And if something goes wrong, we'll just remove this emitter. So this is how it works. Yeah, this is generally used in live streaming and yeah, many things as well. So yeah, this is how it works. See, it always keeps on, like, loading. This is not like one time load and give. This is always loading. This is how the live streaming works. Yeah. And I think all I covered. Okay. Thanks. Thank you very much.